He has a story filled with ups and downs, but ended up as the world's largest agency education company. He is a rags to riches. He is Iman Ghadzi, one of the most inspiring and influential stories on earth. Hello and welcome to Demystified Daily. Today we will tell you the struggle Iman Ghadzi went through to be what he is today. This will be a roller coaster, so buckle up and subscribe to our channel. Iman Ghadzi is a British entrepreneur, digital marketing agency owner, and the founder of AIG Media and GrowYourAgency.com, the world's largest education company for agency owners. He was born in a little town in southern Russia called Dagestansky Olginy in the former USSR. He was born to a single mother whose father was an abusive alcoholic who left long before Iman was born. However, his mother was a strong lady who worked 3 jobs to care for him. This is why he spent most of his time with his grandma. His mother was dating a rich guy in Moscow, and the relationship took a serious turn when they decided to get married. He struck gold when his mother married a millionaire and they moved to London, Great Britain. So everything changed for Iman and his mother. They went from not even having a toilet inside the house to living in one of the most exclusive areas in the city. Iman ended up going to an elite private school and living an unimaginable life for his mother only a few months ago. But things escalated quickly as his mother and stepdad felt like the marriage was not going the way it should. His mother got divorced and his stepdad cut them off entirely. He left them penniless. Iman was now 14 years old, left with a massive responsibility on his shoulders. He had to take care of himself and his mother. Iman was a natural football, but at 15, he realized he was not good enough to take it as a profession. So he started his first business on social media he could use to flip Instagram accounts. Iman earned a few £100s per month doing this and considered himself a true businessman. This prompted him to invest himself in purchasing his first camera, a 400-pound Canon. Iman used that camera, setting up shoots wherever he could find them and attempting to learn a new craft. For a 16-year-old, he was making good money out of selling and buying Instagram accounts. But he hit rock bottom when he lost all his money on one charge, and the account failed miserably. Undaunted, he set about desperately seeking new ways to make money. He was obsessed with fitness. He would spend days and nights studying personal training manuals before pestering his friends' parents to let him train them. He was still playing semi-pro football at the time, and knowing a little about social media, he had always complained to the club owners about how bad their channels were and how he could do a better job. The owner eventually relented. "Okay, Iman, why don't you manage our content and social media?" said the owner. Before he could say anything else, the owner asked, "And how much would that cost?" He had no idea that companies could be charged to manage their social media. So he racked his brains, did a little research, and came up with a total of £75 per week. It was 7 months after he had another client. Most people gave up at that point, but he was hooked. He kept looking for more clients, and after many requests, he got a meeting with a company called Athlete. Iman showed up at their swanky London office. By the end of the meeting, the co-founder Shan was asking him to send over a proposal. Now he had a bit more idea about what he could charge and what other companies did too, so he sent over a quote for £1,900 a month, a number that he threw out with expectations of negotiation down to something like £1,000. Iman sent the proposal during his class at the school. He checked his phone during lunchtime and saw the message "Call me." After they talked on the phone, the client agreed to his terms. The following 2 weeks were even crazier. Iman went on to sign his second client for £1,500 and then another for £750. So within 14 days, Iman went from £3,000 per month with a horribly underpriced client to £4,150 per month with 3 clients while still in high school. After his business success, he thought of dropping out of high school. Because before Athlete, he promised himself that if he could get enough clients on a monthly retainer to cover his overheads plus rent, which he didn't have to pay for at the time, he would drop out of school. After signing Athlete and the 2 clients within 14 days, he had hit the number he needed to drop out. Now came the logistical nightmare of going to the council, pleading with his school, and finding a way to drop out at 17. Although it was hard to take this decision, he was teary-eyed on the final day of his school, thinking he was throwing away the education his mother had sacrificed her life for. He dropped out of high school at 17 and dedicated his life to entrepreneurship with a vision to change the education system. Soon after dropping out, he landed 2 more clients, Zebra Fuel and Furo Systems. He was above the 6-figure mark and walking on clouds at this point, but then everything fell apart and he began to lose clients. He had no way of demonstrating an ROI or return on investment. He provided social media management and happily reported on likes and followers. However, his clients believed there was only one way to demonstrably growing their business through social media. That was compensated traffic. So he spent the next 6 months trying and failing to sell Facebook ads services. He did everything he could to make it work, including purchasing all of the courses and working with several coaches. Iman says he started his agency by accident. He used to handle social media for a local football team when he was younger, and that's when he got the idea for the agency. After that, he established a digital marketing agency offering clients management services. He then began to lose clients because social media management alone is insufficient to grow a client's business. Iman then began selling Facebook advertising services to customers. He purchased all courses to learn, but was still struggling. Iman later discovered that he could hire people to do work for clients while he handled sales and operations. This flipped his company on its head. He made more than $100,000 in the next 2 years and was now financially secure. People noticed Iman because he documented himself on YouTube and Instagram. The irony is that his education company, GrowYouAgency.com, was also founded by chance. Then one day, Iman ran into a YouTube subscriber who asked if he could show him how he built his agency. Iman replied, "Of course." But he insisted on asking, "How much do you charge per hour?" Being an amateur, Iman had never experienced anything like this before. He had offered services to businesses, but he had never been asked for advice on how to grow an agency. That seemed absurd. But Iman replied, £100. That was a game turner when after only 2 hours of Iman's coaching, that same student signed his first $1,500 monthly client. This was a game changer, and Iman started an agency where he and his team would coach students about growing their agency and running a business. This agency was called Grow Your Agency. GrowYourAgency.com has grown to become the world's largest agency owner's education provider. Iman is currently working on his vision to transform the current education system into a much better one. But in keeping with their ethics, Iman invests 10% of GrowYourAgency.com's annual profits in building schools in underdeveloped countries, helping to shape the educational system correctly. Iman Ghadzi is a true expression of going on. He never gave in and kept working for his goal, which was to earn a 6-figure per month. This is all for today. We will be back with more. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon to get notifications when a new video comes out.